easy, that's the way.
Through the ice in this platinum, I did a 180, I went up the wrong way. Look at the bezel, it twinkling, glisten and shine, you gon' need you some sunblock. Thousands of grams and certified stones that came on a time clock. All of my woodies, coyotes, we sticking together, we coming like shot toss. Put a tracker on that bitch if you love her, cause she coming through like a goon squad. I put it on in the Zaba, I got different designers all over. Coops on coops, chop the top off the Rolls Royce truck, you know it's gonna be over. Bitch, do it up, I say she on front line, come through like a soldier. Now that you got my attention, you better get put on suspension if I see the greed. Like I'm a part of the lynching, got 21 chains on my neck, had to go down my knee. Breaking codeine, I roll up a leaf, I fuck on this bitch. Now she so bossy. Stella McCartney, I'm drippin' so nerdy. My feet was a birdie, alone that was it. Talk a few bells, oh yeah, that's it. Bird on Arendelle, oh yeah, that's it. I can put it on the scale, oh yeah, that's it. Ballin' the Chanel like a player, that's it. Rainbow, rollie, oh no, that's it. Got a bisexual girl, that's it. Do a professional girl, that's it. Treat me like a male, oh yeah, that's it.
Put on a jet, declare that's it. She got no face, and for me, that's it. I'm pulling her hair every time that is it. She don't wear no underwear in my crib. Every time I'm in it, you know I'm gon' slip. Touching on the water, start matching my wrist. Off an X pill, little exorcist. I ain't never tell her was ready for this. That's it, that's the way.
Through the ice in this platinum, I did a 180, I went up the wrong way. Look at the bezel, it twinkling, glisten and shine, you gon' need you some sunblock. Thousands of grams and certified stones that came on a time clock. All of my woodies, coyotes, we sticking together, we coming like shot toss. Put a tracker on that bitch if you love her, cause she coming through like a goon squad. I put it on in the Zaba, I got different designers all over. Coops on coops, chop the top off the Rolls Royce truck, you know it's gonna be over. Bitch, do it up, I say she on front line, come through like a soldier.
I walk around, can get sidetracked. Walking around with them thigh packs. Moving so sneaky, my Sachi Bellini, my body graffiti. She's tryna blow off my mind, she's tryna get my release. Yeah, brought a Chanel number 9, now my girl smell like a peach. Yeah, this ain't my sick peach, how do you get? You don't aim at your T, we aim at your fitties. We upgrade our choppers, we upgrade our bitches. The guns that we got is 2 seconds, no minutes.
I got 2 million on my chest, bitches line up like a contest. Smoking on Keisha so icy, I'm get my chase like Nike. Molly out fight is light skin, counting on moolah like Weezy. Yo baby, I walked in the jeweler and I had to go crazy. Surfing the bitch on a Lulu, now she wanna go do voodoo. Rich shit, Balenciaga house, shoot. I trap every day like the rich trap. For $1 million, the rich meal gloves. Through the ice in this platinum, I did a 180, I went up the wrong way. Look at the bezel, it twinkling, glisten and shine, you gon' need you some sunblock. Thousands of grams and certified stones that came on a time clock. All of my woodies, coyotes, we sticking together, we coming like shot toss. Put a tracker on that bitch if you love her, cause she coming through like a goon squad. I put it on in the Zaba, I got different designers all over. Coops on coops, chop the top off the Rolls Royce truck, you know it's gonna be over. Bitch, do it up, I say she on front line, come through like a soldier. DJ Eskimo City, the coolest DJ on the motherfucking planet. Eskimo free.
I've been looking at the sun, but can't worry. I'm my mama oldest son, can't get worried. I got stripes in these streets like barbarian. I remember I ain't make a 3, now I'm curvy. I might pop a fuck nigga, like a Willie. I'm used to the murder, I'm from Philly. Money, man, my money, rubber band and shit get silly. I used to drink the color purple, my blood ain't silly. Take it out 200 at a time, stack to the ceiling. I got me a brand new coupe and I took off the ceiling. These boys now I'm on my level, they gon' drop at our building. In the penthouse playing with a heart like whoa, I ain't got no feelings. In the penthouse playing with a heart like whoa, they gon' back like whoa, get that cash like whoa. Snakes in the grass got more. Everything I say gon' go. Platinum rolling no gold. Fuck real fast and slow. You know how life goes. When I got the bands, I can't worry. Yeah, I can end your whole history. Looking in my eyes, you see a demon flames like fury. It's not like everybody in the game, she said that y'all can share me. See, I got the foreign cause my nigga got foreigns and you know they is not holding shit. See me pulling up, that boy got a foreign and you know that he got the ownership. And if I'm in the passenger seat, you know that I got a 30 clip. And look at these niggas, they acting like extra, but they really just on some phony shit. See, I been in the field for a long time. Bad bitches try to fuck on me. I remember when they ain't pay me no mind. I remember when these boys try to take me on my grind. I remember when these boys said that I would be nothing. I remember when I had no money and I needed them to front me. I remember before 100% my boys got to work at the cut. I remember I start running this shit. You know I'm gonna keep running. Niggas ain't max, I'm so 16 when it comes to this. I've been looking at the sun, but can't worry. I'm my mama oldest son, can't get worried. I got stripes in these streets like barbarian. I remember I ain't make a 3, now I'm curvy. I might pop a fuck nigga like a Willie, yeah. I'm used to the murder, I'm from Philly. Money, man, my money, rubber band, and shit get silly. I used to drink the color purple, my blood ain't silly.
I've been looking at the sun. I can't wait.
What's going on, guys? Going on. Alright. Let's gonna do something. Yeah, let me pull this up first. Pull that up. Mute that for a second. I'll meet you guys in a bit. Man, it's so hot. What's going on, guys? What's going on, chat? Welcome. Welcome to a brand new week. Oh man, GG's pushing up here. Welcome to a brand new week here. So, as you guys may know, GG analysis yesterday. Last night, play out 2T. Congrats to all I caught GG buys, man. It was pretty simple analysis, pretty simple. Have breakdown from the weekly down to like the 15, 30 minute, you know, to the T. Came towards top target here. About 22 pip range you got there on GJ. Obviously today though, I said wait for a New York session to see how things will set up. If you guys want to see further moves than that, because that's all we were expecting for the Asian session, right? Because Asian session, it was around like what, around 8 around that time, you know. So I mean, that was the Asian session opening, right? So like the next set of volume that you could expect was the London session. So I mean, if that was the Asian session, then we had that move going up. Then the London session would be like a couple hours away. You see how after the Asian session we actually started to range a bit around this area. So this is Asian, boom, boom, boom. After like mid Asian, like and I always say after 9, don't trade Asian, because this is what happens. It starts to range a little bit, right? And during like pre-London, it started to pick up again. Boom, had a huge move coming down again. So I mean, just understanding volume, understanding sessions, it's a key of it's key to your trading. So I mean, for today's session though, the New York session, seeing how we're starting to see volume again here during the pre-New York session. So I think the weekly, let's take a look at this. The weekly is obviously still bullish, right? I broke this down yesterday how the weekly, I'm expecting a wick fill in a weekly time frame, going up towards like the resistance area, going up towards this area to put a wick, eventually tap this area right here. That's what I'm expecting. Daily time frame is actually interesting, because daily time frame we actually came down to make a support here, right? So technically this low here should not be breaking this previous low here on GJ if it wants to drive up, right? So I do expect us to continue to drive up here to retest the high. So hopefully coming up to retest this high, and then eventually even breaking this high, because after price comes up to break this high, what's going to do in a weekly time frame is that it's actually going to go fill that wick that we talked about earlier, right? On a weekly time frame. So that's kind of how the daily matches with the weekly. So this could be a support being created here to go up. 4 hours is obviously bearish at the moment, but we actually did tap support and we're starting to reject here. So it's going to be interesting what happens here. I think the 1 hour is pretty bullish though. Yeah, 1 hour and 30 minutes is pretty bullish. So I do expect this 1 hour candle to continue up here, driving up towards like this resistance up here, towards this area, about a 16 pip range going up, 138, 143. Let's see. That should be an ideal area here for Juju today. For today's session. Obviously, if you break that, if we actually break that resistance, look left here, where we're gonna go. Look left. If we break this resistance, we're gonna go up towards this area, around this range here. So, I mean, the range above here would be a 13-minute range. The buys above there would be ideal if you guys are looking for Juju. So, let me put buys above here, and then I think, yeah, so buys will be above there because we actually have a resistance being created here. Resistance, right? So this is an area where price will struggle at. Well, potentially will struggle at. So you kind of want to wait for the next cleanest move, and that's going to be after this resistance. So we got to wait for this resistance to kind of break here. You wouldn't really want to enter buys in this situation because you don't have much range to go up. And also another thing is that we're just out of resistance here. So it's going to be a bit choppy in this area until we actually break this area. And obviously sells though. If you're looking for sells, I think sells are going to be out the window today until we actually break below this area. Like sells will be below there ideally, right? But that's not our focus. Our focus is buys right now. So we don't got to worry about that too much. Let's see, actually. Can the range go up here isn't that bad. The thing is though, this is like the 1 hour looks so clean to go up here. If you're entering buys on this 30-minute candle here, you could anticipate that we're going to drive up towards this next resistance. So you can actually leave a runner here if you want to, right? Because like if you're trying to target here, it's like a 10 pip target, but then again, like, I mean, stops aren't bad. Stops are 9 pips. I mean, target's gonna be around like 11 pips. But what I'll do is I'll probably, if I'm targeting this, if I'm entering and look for entries here, I'll anticipate that we're gonna break this resistance as well, and then leave a runner for a nice 24 pip range, so like 138, 300 levels. That's not bad. Yeah, just 1 hour is just kind of clean here. If you look at the 1 hour here, what's happening was price actually came up to make a resistance. Price came down to make support. So if this is your support being formed there, this is your range, then prices kind of come back up to kind of retest the highs again, right? And kind of fill this range here. This clean traffic counter here that you had on GJ. So you could expect the price to continue up here. Yeah, pretty decent move here. Other than that, that's my daily analysis for a New York session. Yeah. Let me unmute you guys. What's going on, guys?
Morning.
Good morning, man. Yeah, it's gonna be a very volatile week though. Like it's gonna be as rangy, just off the way the weekly looks, the daily looks. That you can just tell if I've experienced that when cancels in a certain way, you can expect a lot of and that comes with a lot of experience. Just by waking up every day and look at the same pair every day, you just have to realize the same patterns. You have to recognize the same patterns, the same moves over and over again, right? So I mean, it just comes natural at one point. Yeah, this week I do expect a lot of volume. It won't be as rangy. Last week was pretty rangy. I'm not gonna like. It was a decent week. We had Monday, that was volatile as shit, and then we had or was it Tuesday or Monday? I think Monday was volatile, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday was just, it was like eh. But like, you know, still had a good week last week.
I'm in gold buys right now.
Ooh, nice.
Gold. Not bad, like a 14 pip stop loss.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, it should come up towards like that resistance here. Are you in profit? You got it on like
No.
down here?
No, I'm not a profit. Oh, actually, yeah, one of the 1892.29. Yeah.
Oh, 2.9.
That's
Oh, you
right.
just got in as it broke the highs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should drive up towards like, I mean, you have about an 8 pip stop. Oh no. Yeah, 8 pip stop, not bad.
Yeah, but move it up, yeah.
For like a 12 pip target for gold, that's not bad. Pretty good. Yeah, it should continue up. Yeah, but like 17 pip target, not bad. Clean. Let me actually mark this up. US30, gold. Let me refresh that. So, yeah, so gold here. If you're looking at gold, the weekly is still bearish though, but like That's for the weekly, right? Daily is bullish, obviously. So I kind of want to see what happens here, because weekly actually did tap a major support level, and we have actually rejected it. But we still closed bearish. So like I do believe the weekly still has room to come down here, coming down to maybe Phil's week like later in the week probably. Coming down to like 140s, because like if this weekly this weekly candle actually closes below here, then high chance for the next week we're gonna continue down again, right? But depending on how we close this week, we're not sure where it's gonna go yet on a weekly time frame, but high chance we could continue down to Phil's wick here. Very high chance for the week, but for a daily for today, I don't see it happening just yet, because we're kind of just we're kind of close to bullish here. So I'm looking at the next level here that we could potentially reject off of, and that's gonna be around like maybe this area right here, like 1904 levels, you know, because if you look left here, you have people are looking at this mirror candle right here and expecting price to continue to drive up. It could, but you gotta keep in mind of this area right here, this major resistance level. So if we actually break that level, then high chance we will continue up for the rest of the clean traffic candle. But if you don't, then we're gonna start to reject to come down for the weekly, right? Because the weekly is bearish. So you see how it makes sense there. So yeah, gonna be interesting what happens here. But I think for right now, if you guys are looking at GJ here, I mean gold here, I think yeah, like Barry said, he's in buys right now, right here, and I think these are very clean buys to go up. I mean, you should be approaching around like this area right here, like 1894 levels, or even like 1893 levels even, right? But this range here isn't bad. It's about a 4-pip range you got here. So obviously then, because like the reason why I'm looking at 1895 is because if we were to come up and break that resistance here, then high chance we're gonna continue up further towards like this area. So but first we gotta definitely break this area. This is a pretty decent resistance you have here on GJ. But yeah, not bad, not so bad. Yeah, if you're looking for buys, these are nice buys. Looks like GJ has rejected here. Ooh, we have rejected this resistance that we have here formed. So it's gonna be interesting what happens here. We definitely need a break above here though. That's what we need for sure. So it's on my way for, and I haven't taken a trade yet. This is my first time actually looking at charts. Well, actually yesterday I sent the analysis. I looked at GJ for a bit, but I didn't really want to trade it. But today is actually my first official day on the charts again since Friday. Didn't do any backtesting on the weekend. Didn't do any of that. Just took the weekend off and just, you know, free my mind. Because the worst thing you want to do is overflow your brain, you know. The worst thing you want to do. Ooh, 15-minute here closed bearish here, no bond wick here, but this 15 is closing bullish here. 30-minute is gonna flip bullish here. Huh. Ooh, continue up here. Let's see if you break this resistance here. 12 pip stop, fork up, 17 pip target, going up here. You know, this level's gonna be a bit tricky. Like after we actually fill his range here from like 138, 140, 151 to like 138, 289. Like once we actually fill that resistance, it's gonna get to a point where we're gonna be tapping like this 4-hour resistance right here. So I mean, if you break above there, then today, then you can say GG's. You can say GG's gonna go up towards like this resistance, even this area, right? But this resistance definitely has a break. So I can't want to see what happens here. But that should not be the focus yet. Your focus right now should just be catching like this move, this range right here, right? You could attempt to run it if you're anticipating price to break that, but I think my focus here today would just be this for now, and then as you break this resistance, I'll look for more buys later on. Yeah. Oh, this is a GG's gonna continue up here. 15 kind of close no bond wick here. 30-minute here, it's gonna break the highs again. It flipped bullish here, so I mean high chance it's gonna continue up here towards this resistance at 138, 151. So we have like 15 minutes left for until we get closure. So depending on how we close here, we can look for buys if you to go up again. I mean, this 30-minute candle never broke the lows. This 30-minute candle spent like half of the candle pretty much making that bond wick, making a liquidity wick. So now it's actually flipping bullish. So high chance it's gonna continue up for the rest of that 1 hour candle to close bullish as well, right? So. Why can't I see my oh, never mind. What do you think of this 4-hour setup on USD Max? USD Max? Damn. I'll take a look at it. USD Max. Damn. That's a very exotic pair. There. So what do you think of this 4-hour setup? Okay, 4-hour setup. What do you have here? So you have the USD Max here, 4-hour setup. You have, so you're looking for buys here. This is a very tough buy, man. Again. Very tough. The only confirmation I do have is that it's at support. Like I said in the past, like this doesn't mean that, like, okay, you guys understand this concept. Every time price is at support or at resistance, it doesn't mean that it's gonna be a buy or a sell at that support or resistance, right? That's not what it means. That support and resistance should tell you that price could potentially reject off this area, but until you actually have some type of bullish channel closing at support, or actually bear channel closing at resistance, there's no indication that we're gonna flip at all, right? Look at this 4-hour trend. This 4-hour trend bearish. Price came up to make a resistance. Price came down to make support. We're doing right now is we're currently retesting the lows again. So I mean, candles closing bearish here. Look at all these bearish candles closing here. So I don't think these are gonna be safe buys. I think you should wait for some type of bullish candle closing at support to indicate buys going up again. Maybe if you get something like this to go up, it'll be more valid for us. Like this maybe, and we'll potentially push up to retest the highs, right? But technically speaking, you should wait for this candle to close bullish at support and to have stops below this area. Because look where your stops are now. It doesn't make any sense, right? Your stops are just at this area because you see some type of support here. But like, look at the structure here. If you actually close bullish here, and you enter on this candle opening, have stops below this candle, you understand that if price were to come down and break this low, high chances it's gonna continue further down. But you putting your stops here right now doesn't make any sense at all, because these aren't any lows or any highs of any type of structure at all, and except for the fact that this is, I guess, you're up below the support here, right? So I rather just not play a guessing game and predict the next top and bottom here, and I'll wait for this kind of close bullish as support to take buys going up. You can wait for that, and then obviously you look to take profit around this area, and then as price breaks above here, you look for more buys going up again, right? But I think buys here are gonna be very risky because the 4 hours is pretty bearish here. Maybe the 15-30 minute might be forming some type of bullish candle as support, but I'll wait for some type of, if you're entering buys off the 4 hour time frame, I'll wait for like at least a 1 hour closure as support or something, because this is a very risky buy here. And your stops don't really make sense. You know what I mean? Like look at this. Like, see how cancel goes in bearish here? Bearish, 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 bearish here. So look how, like, if you look for buys, if you entered buys here at the support, I mean, sure, it would have played out here, but I think, why would you want to guess where the next top and bottom is when you can actually wait for that support to be formed? For example, this candle closed bullish here, you enter buys on this candle, stops below this candle here. Take buys going up to retest the highs. Boom, clean, right? Like, I'd rather wait for that instead of just predicting the next top and bottom here. If that was the case, if I was trading like, if I was doing what you're doing right now, like kind of next top and bottom, what I'll do here is I'll probably take sells here to go down, right? Because that resistance, but it doesn't make sense at all when price is closing bullish. So you don't want to get caught up in that going against the trend. On a daily, it's a solid store support. Yeah, I mean, daily could be at support, weekly could be at support 1,000 times. But like, look at this. Like, for example, even like here. like daily could be at support, and could be like weekly could be at support, even yearly could be at support, right? But until you actually get a closure in your favor, there's no confirmation for really buyers or sellers. I mean, because look, let's say you have historical support right here on GG on a weekly time frame. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 counts rejecting this area here at support. Look what happened when price came down to break that level. Came down, right? It's just like calling tops and bombs is very risky, and I guarantee you, out of 100 times, it'll probably play out probably like 20% of the time, like 40% of the time even, right? And then you waiting for a candle closing your favor, that will increase your chances of you winning that trade, and also out of 100 times, it'll probably play out, I don't know, probably like 60-70% of the time. You can test it out, but I mean, it's just calling tops and bombs is very risky. I get why people would call tops bombs, because they want to get, ooh, GG pushing up here. People would want to get the all-time high, all-time low, but once you get that out of your head, out of your mind, and ooh, GG pushing down. I mean, gold pushing down here, GG pushing up here. Hey Bryce, did you move stops to break even, man?
Yeah,
Okay,
I broke even.
Yeah, it came
Damn,
like pretty much close to the target. Yeah, that's definitely a break even trade. Man, GG pushing up here. Price came with the fill to range here. Damn.
It's a crazy move. Both.
Yep. Hey, if yo, King Hydra, if you're looking for USD Max though, I believe we have a high chance here of coming down towards the support here. Very high chance. So I think sells from below the support coming down to the support is very clean here, especially now that we're pushing down to break these lows here. So I mean, there's just no bias here in USD Max, right? At all, just yet. Ooh, GG came to fill that range. Oh man, whoever got in, congrats. Ooh, 6:30 in the morning. It might be a repeat of last Monday, guys. Yeah, gold tanked. Gold came down to break below that support, and then pretty much tanked after it broke that support. I mean, I was not expecting this huge move. What I was expecting though was this move right here. Coming down to like 1887 if we were to break below that support, but man, we broke below there, and then it was just clean after that. Damn. Yep. Looks like we're continuing up here for the day. 4 hour is currently breaking the highest here. GJ is looking bullish as ever, of course, and let's see if we can get more buys in here. These buys are not done here, guys. Don't worry about it. These buys have been going on for weeks, right? And man, let's see. I think above this resistance here would be nice buys. Above this area, coming up towards like this area right here, would be my buys for GJ. Not bad. This range is about a 20 pip range going up, so not bad at all. These buys here was broken down this morning and was broken down last night as well, so this is a matter of looking for entries, right? Oh, we could be filling this range here. Nice. Whoever has FOMO right now, guys. Don't have FOMO right now at all. We saw this move last Monday. I said we'll get it again eventually someday, and then guess today we're getting it again. So I mean, these buys aren't done yet. So I mean, we came to fill this range. So I think next buys will probably be above this area coming up towards this area. But I definitely need some type of closure above an area first for me to enter, right? Because it wouldn't make sense to enter here at all. It just doesn't make sense. Done for the year. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna check the news actually. Oh, there we go. Oh, damn, that's key. Damn, you stay pushed up. That's good for the currency. They have refrigerators now. Longer shelf life for COVID-19 vaccines. Oh, so damn, it's pretty much here. Yeah, that's the same thing as last Monday. Last Monday we had some more vaccine news, and boom, market just started to go. Nice, Adam. Whoever caught GJ buys, congratulations. Whoever caught, whoever you guys caught, congrats. Hella early in the morning still. This NAS is golden, guys. Golden, golden. If he actually tapped 142 this week, then that NAS would be to the T. From the Asian session, coming up to the daily, to the weekly, to the T. And what's going on, Jimmy?
I'm in South Beach right now.
What's going on, Goose?
What's up, man? I'm in South Beach right now, man.
South Beach, Florida.
Yeah, I'm in South Beach right now.
You been there all weekend?
That's a joke.
Oh, I thought you were there.
Nah,
Aren't you going to Florida soon, or you already did that?
nah,
Oh,
not anytime soon.
oh, okay.
Be working.
Wow. GJ.
Rocket ship. Sheesh.
USD Max came down towards that support level. Oh man.
Dang, what a nice fake out candle though.
On what?
GJ. A super celery on the 15. Close with no bottom wick.
Yeah,
Very
starting with
good.
15. Yep, I was looking at that as well.
Sheesh.
Yeah. Cause I was looking for a 30-minute time frame, 30-minute aspect of it, and
Yeah.
it was pretty clean from the 30-minute time frame. When checking news, what do you look for? Anything good for us? When you break down news, it's not just simple as researching is this good for a currency, that bad for a currency. Just you really gotta break this down when looking for a news. For example, we had this news here, right? Obviously, it pushed the markets up, but this is unexpected moves. News. You can't really expect this to happen. This is just you can't predict this. This is just news that comes out randomly, right? But what you could do is you can look at like folders and news that are actually scheduled to come out. For example, you have FOMC. You have retail sales, like these stuff right here. These are gonna come out like on Monday, for Tuesday, tomorrow, right? So if you have retail sales tomorrow, what you want to do is look at what currency pair is we're focusing on. Look at the US dollar. Okay, cool. US dollar. Search up for core retail sales. Search up maybe Google. How were retail sales in the month of October? You know, what happened in October? Were there any events in October? Was there Halloween? What happened in October? What, like, you know, how was the sales in October? And then you really gotta dig into that and then find out how the economy did in that month. So and then those numbers from October will come out in November after. And then on this day during November, if you really want to trade news on like the major spikes, then you have buy stops with sell stops above or below depending on what info you found out during that month. Let's say October was good, you're expecting positive news, you have buy stops on USD dollar pairs, you know. That's kind of how you really read news. It's not just as like easy just searching up, is this a buy or sell, that a buy or sell, what will happen with this, you know. You really gotta look deep into it. I don't really trade news though, so I have it in the back of my head though. Like this news right here, that news that just came out, like this would be in my head. But from the technical perspective, GJ was broken down way before that news came out for me. Like I broke this down from last night, right? And that was before news. So sometimes, really, technicals really play out with fundamentals. Because look at the daily, look at the weekly, right? So, I mean, damn. I'm expecting the weekly wick fill to get filled here, like 140 levels or even like 141 levels we can tap this week. So this is nothing. We're just starting off here. It's a Monday. You have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday left, right? The day's not even done yet though, so expect a lot more volume coming in the markets.
Ooh.
The first thing I said today on the streams was, well, a couple first things I said, how there's gonna be a lot of volume in the markets today. A lot of volume. And that comes with experience, right? As I mentioned earlier, that just comes with experience. Just watching the same pair every day, you get used to these things.
Good morning.
What's going on, Samurai? How you doing?
Doing great. Doing great. Had some problems with my browser this morning.
Mm. Shit.
But I caught a piece of GJ, so I'm happy.
Nice. Yeah. I was waiting for this 15 and close. Like I was looking at it from a 30-minute time frame. I really wanted to enter at 6:30 for buys, but I forgot why I didn't enter. But then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait because this 15-minute close bearish here, right? So then I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna wait for this last 15-minute candle of the hourly to enter buys. So I wait for the 7 a.m. candle, and by the 7 a.m. candle, we just missed the move.
I got in at the 6 a.m. candle at 138.057.
Yeah.
And it stopped me out at break even. And then I said, let me wait because it was looking bullish on the 15. And then I got back in a little bit after it started running because I was just about to click the mouse and it just took off. And I was like, dang. So I caught a piece of it for like 7-10 pips.
Nice.
8 pips.
Yeah, I mentioned how like if you're looking for buy, like I think pretty much around your area as well. I mentioned buys there. I mean, if you're looking for buys here, I think you're gonna have about a 9 pip stop, and you can attempt a runner going up towards like 138. Like if I were to take buys here, I wouldn't have put my TP here or anywhere up in this area. I would have put my TP at like 138, 300. To be realistic, you know. That would have been a runner position for today, but yeah, about a 24 pip range going up. Clean buys. So what you need now, guys, is you're looking for buys now. You're being in a bit of trouble. If you're looking for buys, I'll suggest you highly wait for some type, because like we have just made a resistance here. We have just tapped the resistance. So I think if you're looking for buys, you either wait for one support to be created here. So how could that support be created here? Most likely, as we come down here to close bearish here, coming down to retest the lows here, you gotta wait for some type of bullish channel closing as support, right? So maybe something like this can happen. We can close bullish here, the next candle, and then we can look enter buys going back up to retest the highs. So as we're entering buys, go retest the highs again, high chance we're gonna continue further up to retest to continue further up again. So if you're looking for buys, you can wait for one buys here after we have 4 support, or 2 buys above this area to go up. But those are the 2 key entries here on GJ. But definitely not this candle. You gotta wait for this candle to play out. This 30-minute 15 candle. Definitely gotta wait for that because we're still bearish. There's no buys at all. If you got on buys anywhere here, guys, you would be in trouble here, and that will all be off FOMO. You know, don't have FOMO, especially on a Monday. You saw me watching the candles go up. I didn't have any FOMO, right? I didn't say shit. Should I enter here? You know, like that's all FOMO, or I guess you can call it impulsive entries. That's what they say. Going back to Friday stream, but you don't want to be that person that has FOMO.
Yeah, I have impulsive entry.
As long as you at the end of the day you can identify which entries are good and which entries are bad. The moment you know your discipline is when you know that some of your good entries, like your profitable entries, you consider them as bad entries, like bad profits. Like that's how you know you're disciplined. Because if I was over trading, or if I was entering off positions I wasn't planning on entering, I don't know, and I made profit off of those positions, I don't know that those are bad positions because they weren't planned and I kind of broke my rules entering them. So they were bad profits. I don't want to make that same mistake again, because in the future it could really mess me up, right? So you also want to look for, you also want to follow your plan and just don't ever break the rules. 15-minute GJ wick fill? Yeah, I mean, but your stop's gonna be a bit bigger. Like, it's not the ideal wick fill because you could actually come up to fill this wick. Because look, price could literally come down all the way down to here and still flip bullish. Because look, the low of this candle here is gonna be all the way down here. So technically, as long as price respects this low, it should go up, right? So if this candle does flip bullish, then high chance we will fill the wick here. But ideally, I'm waiting for some type of closure in my favor here. Yeah, you could expect that.
You hear that?
Yeah, is that you managing it or what?
No, that's not me.
Who's entering buy positions?
That's not me either.
I guess
No, I
somebody,
think I would
some
hope someone's managing their position in the
somebody
stocks.
either is entering because prices tapping this support, looking to reject to go up again. They're anticipating that to happen, or two, they entered their first position over here. Because the first click I heard, Investigator Don's coming in the building here. The first thing I heard here was at around 7:03 a.m.
Yeah, I heard it
Eastern.
too.
I heard somebody enter position at the top of the range here, expecting a wick fill. Number 2 entry was I heard them entering at 7:07 a.m. on a Monday
Dang.
morning as price came down to retest the support. So right now they're in drawdown for this position, but their first position they're actually in profit by right now, right? So if this count does flip bullish, then high chance they're gonna be in profit. But that's
They
my
break even and get out the
that's
trade.
my investigation for whoever's entering positions here.
Seems close to me.
It's
Am I-
funny
am I-
because
am
I
I-
heard it, but I didn't say anything.
Am I on point or what? Whoever entered positions, do you want to speak up now? Now that you're in profit, it's easier for you to speak up.
No, they ain't
Because
saying
I know
that.
they'd be quiet when it's in drawdown, but once they get in profit, they'll be like, hey, you know, I'm
That
not gonna
was
lie to
me.
you guys, but I had an entry here. I just felt like it was gonna go up today. I guarantee you.
Oh, someone LOL in the chat.
Say what?
So someone LOL in our chat. Something.
Nah, it's all good.
Seems
You
sus
make-
to me.
Am I accurate or what?
That was you, Jimmy?
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, just
Yeah.
give it like 10 minutes. Once the count flips bullish here, you can expect price to go up. You're gonna hear him speak out. I guarantee you. Oh, I just tapped my TP here, guys. I guarantee you. But if this count does not flip bullish, then just be quiet. They won't say a word. And that's how it is. That's how it goes. I'm just trolling, guys, but
I missed him. I wasn't on the Zoom or the YouTube. What caused it to go up, like spike up like this?
you had COVID vaccine news here. They're actually putting longer shelf life for its COVID-19 vaccine
Oh,
candidate and
that caused it to spike? I read that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Any news is good news nowadays, I guess.
Somewhat.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think this all goes back to the election. I really think these news here are just really pushing news for the election. These are just I guess you can say disguise for the elections. Like this is just
With that,
this is just the elections playing out here because everyone knew everyone's gonna attempt buy or sell on the election day, but like they didn't really. One, it was over the weekend, and two, they knew that everyone on Monday would expect price to go up, and then what they did instead was they just used this vaccine news as the I guess you can say catalyst for that to happen. So
last week I saw them talking about the Pfizer vaccine. They're saying that the distributions might be a little bit of a problem where they're gonna have to keep it below like 30 degrees below zero and stuff like that. So they're gonna have to have certain centers set up where people gonna have to go to get vaccine because you just can't put it in a refrigerator truck because it won't keep it cold enough. They gotta have dry ice to keep it cold, and they're gonna have to probably set up certain distribution locations where people get vaccinated. And they're talking about as early as December, the possibility that Pfizer could actually get what they call emergency use authorization.
Dang. I wouldn't test that.
No, yeah, at some point you're gonna have to use it. Somebody's gonna have to take it.
So I'm gonna take it for a team.
No, there's gonna be a lot of people out there, I believe, that'll take the vaccine. I mean, heck, when it first came out, the news last week, it said thousands of people volunteered to take the vaccine.
Yeah, if you're older and have an underlying condition, they're probably gonna take it for sure. Because if they catch the COVID if they're older with the underlying condition,
Exactly,
they probably
yeah.
don't have a good chance anyway. So.
They said essential workers will be first, and then elderly, and then they'll go through the population over the course of next year.
somebody sent the charts. You got
Carter
Caro with a chart here coming in at the number 2
guess.
spot on today's CSN top 10 plays of the day. You got resistance being created here on GJ. You then have I guess you can say you have a 1 hour and 30-minute close bearish here. Nice. So right now you have Enter a sell at the break of the wick of the previous candle, expecting price to fill the 1 hour wick. Okay, cool. Put my stop loss at the wick of the current candle. Mistake as the stop loss is only 3-4 pips. So, are you still in this, or you just stopped at a break even? Because you said there's a mistake, so I'm not sure what happened here. But if you're still in it, then I mean, stops would be at break even. Pretty much came down towards your TP level, pretty much around there. So I think stops would be definitely at break even and let it run risk free. But oh yeah, stops break even. I mean, yeah, then nothing you can do about that. I think the way you managed it was pretty good though. You move your stops down. It's kind of high. I don't think that was a mistake. I think that's a very good way of managing the position here. Yeah. Alright, so whoever entered that position, you must be shitting yourself right now, right? Because now you're like, shit, should I wait for this candle to close or what? Because if this candle closes bearish, then you might be in a bit of trouble. So I think what we could attempt here is, if we actually close bearish, is you could attempt buy stops above this candle high. This is a sudden replay here on GJ. So that's what I'm going to attempt if we actually do close bearish here. Buy stops. Right, because the 1 hour here is still bullish, right? And we're just bouncing off support here. So if we get price actually comes up, the next kind of drives up to kind of break the high like so, then high chance we're going to continue up to fill the range like this. So I will have buy stops above this candle here. Stops below wherever the low wick of this current candle is to go up. I think that's going to be ideal buy stops. About a 30 pip range going up. You know my body, you know my target will be 10 pips though.
All right, you heard it. Don't say he didn't tell you. Yeah, because after the move, people be like, well, why didn't you tell us?
3, 2, 1.
Blown account.
So, at the top of the wick, once it passes the top of the current wick, you'll take a buy. Uh-oh.
Top 10 CSN top 10 plays of the week. You have Carl coming in number 3 with the sudden replay coming up to retest the highs. Nice 10 pips on that play. Coming up, number 1 play of the week goes to Control FX Fam on the live streams. 96 pips called on GJ. Called off the third play last Monday with the vaccines news coming out. Anticipating price to retest the highs again. Clean 96 pips moves.
Yo,
I'm gonna have every weekend. If you guys in charts, I'm gonna actually take some charts out and review the top 10 charts of the week. You know, that could be something I could do. You know, make a video like top 10 charts sent throughout the week. Number 1, you have here.
I don't know. I wonder why he capping.
Not many people send more charts though. You know, people will send charts, label charts, actually nice charts. You know, not just an arrow going up or down.
A zone.
They actually put effort into the chart. I want to make CSN's top 10 plays of the week for charts here.
ESPN
coming in number 10. You have Alex coming in with the 38.6 retracement off the fib, bouncing off the trend line, retesting the highs. 104 pip taken on his move.
Called, entered on the 1 minute time frame. Excellent play, Alex. Well, go to the next section right here.
Yeah.
We've got a sniper entry off of a 5 minute Doji candle. Sniper entry hit for 120 pips off news saying that it was positive. Woohoo.
What's that? It'll be like this.
What's up? Hey, Goliath.
No, it'll be like this.
Hey, Goliath.
If
With number 10 on
coming in this week on Controller FX, Charts of the Week.
We have Sports Center music. Oh shit.
Oh, dude.
watch out,
Oh, no.
YouTube gonna gig you.
Gonna get you, boy.
What do you have here, guys? Someone else on a chart here. Breaking FX on a chart coming in at number 4. You got Fourth chart of the day. What do you have here? You have, ooh, nice. You have price trending down, correct. So, oh, you're looking for sells here, some type of resistance being created here. Yeah, I think that's valid, yeah. Because this 30-minute candle actually did close below like this support here, so high chance this candle will continue to drive down once it actually rejects here. If it does reject, we'll wait for a bearish candle 15. Yep, I think that's very clean. You're waiting for the 15 here to close bearish here, and then your tick sells coming down to retest the low and for the wick. This is a nice 37 pip range here on your AUD. So whoever's looking at your AUD, if you guys take this chart here and you guys break it down on your own, you just look for your own ideals. Office is a deal, right? Yeah. It's cool when people stand charts because not one, they'll learn from it. They'll get my, I guess you can say, my thoughts on it. And another thing is that other people could copy their charts as well, you know, and have the same ideas. And man, it's like it's pretty cool. 2001. So apparently, someone else told me last week that 3000 was the max level U30 can go to. And looks like this week we are going to continue further up here. If you guys are looking to trade US30 here, it's going to be very risky though, because you really don't have any type of target for US30 here. Because look left here, there's no history, right? You have no targets whatsoever. So anything that you have above this area, any TP that you have here, is going to be kind of emotions based off. Because you have no technicals or anything telling you where price is going to go. We know the price is going to go up, right? But we don't know where it's going to stop at. That's it. That's the thing. So, yeah. It was last night when the market opened up on Asia and got stopped at break even. I took one. I'm in the London session. Coming in number 4. I mean number 5. Chart number 5 here. You have Carl with the your GPY during the Asian session. Nice. Wow. How'd you enter the sell here? Enter the sell as price started breaking below to break up the. Oh wait. Oh, you entered on this candle. Okay. Broke and closed below. So yeah, I think it was very key how you held this trade here. Because like this candle is bullish at support here, but it closed like I guess you can say below the support here. So I think it's still bad for price to drive down. Yeah, I think you had a good. This is a very good trade here. The way you manage it was to the T. Very nice trade. .5% in profit. Nice. That's very cool. Hey guys, so people who entered GJ buys here, or whoever entered 2 positions earlier, I just want to know how big your stop was. Because like now, like what you're preying on is you're hoping for price to kind of reject somewhere, right? And now it may not be a good look anymore because like the logical level where price could reject off of was going to be right here. This is the most logical level because look left here, price has support here, so high chance we're going to reject that to go up, right? But since price closed bearish here and there's no bullish channel closing anywhere as support, I think now we're going to be coming back in the range here, coming down towards like 138, 151 here. So I mean, if you're looking for buys, I think you wait for buys above this area here, right? Sells have been valid below this area, 135, 437, but I don't think price gave us an entry yet. But we should be coming down here to fill the range here. This range here is going to be about let's see, this range here is about a 26 pip range, a 28 pip range here. So let's see what happens. You see how it's very important to wait for candles to close. Very key, you know. I think buys now though would be like if we actually 1 break above like this resistance, or 2 break above this area, because this now becomes your resistance. This was the support, now becoming resistance because we are below now. So if price were to come up again and actually, I guess you can see the fake out move here could happen. We could actually close bullish here back in the range. I think buys here would be valid to go up, but that'll be the next candle, right? And then you can anticipate buys to continue up. Because what price is doing here is because the price were to come up and come back in the range, it's pretty much breaking resistance, and high chance it's gonna come up to fill the next resistance, which will be filling the range. Therefore, 85% chance of filling the range and a 75% chance of us continuing further up. So if that's the key, if that's the case, I mean that happened last Monday. Remember that? Remember that? I mentioned that as well last Monday. I mentioned how days like this when prices really trending in a certain direction, the FACO play comes in hand. So keep that in mind. Wait for that candle to close in the range, and you can execute buys going up.
Ooh.
It'll be a very nice play. Yeah. Ooh.
That sounds. I mean, that sounds like that's what's gonna happen because right now, just retracing.
Yep.
Yo, I had a fun weekend, man.
You just gave whoever took those trades hope they're gonna hold on now. No stop.
Oh, they're way. They're like what 30 pips. We were talking at
Talking about right now. I'm talking about a third pip drawdown here.
30 pip drawdown. 40.
Now who knows? Maybe they're swing trading. Who knows? Maybe they have a 50 pip stop loss for like a 1,000 pip target. Who knows? You really never know what their situation they're in, you know. So.
I'm laughing, but I did that. I've done that where I've topped that, try to get the wick fill, and then it hit the support. Oh, I'm gonna stack that trade because it's gonna pop up.
Stack the trade, pops a little bit. Oh, guessing like that of oh shit, it's going up. It's gonna flip bullish again. And so one more position has a 250% margin on their account. Next thing you know.
Yeah. We're not laughing at you. We've done there.
You know what's interesting? Because I've had it happen.
Yeah.
Deep drawdown. I mean deep, and I'm stacking and everything else.
Stack.
And when I finally come to my senses and say, I'm gonna take the L, it starts going back up.
Right. I only got lucky one time while swing trading, and I was in like $600 worth of drawdown, like a whole day. Yo, I put my stop hella wide. The Asia Open barely missed my stop loss and like reversed all the way back up, and I'm like, I'm never doing swing trading again.
The thing about swing trading is that the thing I see in everyone's swing trading, the way people trade, is just a stop loss. It's just a bit off all the time. I don't know why, because like, let's say for example to be entering like positions off the weekly and daily, there's nothing wrong with swing trading at all. Like I used to do it, right? Nothing wrong with that. But the thing is like their stop loss, right? They put their stop loss like for example, let's say they entered a buy here on this kind of opening. They'll put the stop loss like down here or something. I'm like, why is it down there? Don't they understand that if the price were to come down and break this low, it's gonna continue down there regardless. So you're wasting these minute pips for no reason at all, right? Yeah. But they still do that because they think that the more room you have in trade, the more longer it has time to breathe. But it doesn't make any sense logically.
Cause swing trading, they teach you to put at like all like open highs or like open lows. I'm like, nah, bro. That's what I used to do. But never again.
No, yeah, like
too much patience.
I'm thinking institutions that swing and position trade, they have the capital and the ability to put their stops way below because they can put it 100, 200 pips down because they're looking at a longer time frame. They're not looking to get in and get out and catch 10, 20. Even 100 pips, they're looking to catch 400, 500, 600 pips on a position over a course of 2 weeks or something like that. Because they're trading off the monthly and the weekly charts.
You can do the same too. I mean, you just lower your. That's the thing with like if you're trying to switch from scalping to swing. A lot of times we don't put our lot sizes correctly.
Yeah, you gotta put like
we end up we end up over leveraging on the swing trade.
Yeah,
because if you're a hedge fund, you're trading, you're putting in a $15 million trade, $50 million trade, whatever. You're not putting your stop losses 100 pips below where you enter. I mean, the candle on a weekly might be 300 pips. So you're putting yours below 300 pips. That's why.
Yep.
Because you're trading off for a higher time frame, so the stop losses are going to be much wider.
But it's just like exactly where you put a stop sometimes it just doesn't make sense sometimes. That's how I see it. I guess they don't really pay attention to candles. They pay attention more to like I guess structure. Like they're charting usually like this, right? So like I guess they're saying like okay, you know what? I'm entering a buy here, and then I have my stops below there. But if you really zoom into the candle structure, like candles really tell you a lot, and that's the thing that they don't really do. So if there's really a swing trader out there that really focuses on candles, I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah. What do you have here? So if candle respects 138, 151 level and gave us a solid bullish candle, would you look for a buy even it's in that smaller range? Also sells below 138, 151, also bad. Yeah, so if you get some type of support being formed here, I'm not gonna look for positions. Actually maybe, depending on how we are gonna close there, depending on the structure at that time. But I think my ideal positions here would be above this area. Buys above 138, 437 here to go up. I think that's very ideal. Very ideal. Yeah. Because like this area is like a testing area now. It becomes a testing area where like price could either reject here or continue to go up here, right? But this is an area where you definitely gotta have more patience that you gotta wait for that support to be formed here for price to drive up, or even if this breaks, price to drop down, right? But definitely not selling today until we actually break like below, like my sells for a day will be below like 137 or something, or even like below like 137, 960 even, right? I think sells below would be valid. But anywhere here, we're just not really focused on ourselves. Don't get me wrong, guys. This candle here could still flip bullish here. We have not broken any lows yet, right? We can still flip bullish, go up. So, it'll be interesting what happens. We have a minute left though, so 3-minute candle will close bearish. Don, do you mind looking at EU for me? Support and resistance every 5, 6, 7 pips on the 15 and 30 minute. Doesn't look any larger positions available. EU, sure, I got you. Showing resistance every 5, 7 pips. Yeah, EU, I think. Yeah, I think if you're looking for EU buys, I think EU buys will be above here, above that resistance here that we have formed there, to go up about a 20 pip range, go up, and then sells here would be probably below this area here. Let's see. Probably below this area on EU, to be honest. Below this area, coming down towards like, let's say this range here, you can say, right? So about we're currently in about a 8 to 20 pip range here. I think sells below, you have a 12 pip range going down, and then buys above, you have like a 15 pip range going up, or even like a 20 pip range going up. So I think we'll definitely wait for a breakout. But yeah, this is pretty nasty what you is doing right now. Pretty nasty.
Whoever sold gold came up, bro.
She's going up on an uptrend. Daily is not breaking. It's not going to break the trend. Yeah. Yeah, we broke it down. Daily is bullish. I said how daily is bullish until we actually technically break below this level here. Once you break with that, you can see sales going down, right? But I mean, this is broken down from yesterday. I was nowhere bearish today yet. Thing is, you can be bearish in some cases, but only to a certain extent. Like if I were to take sales below this area here, like I'll take sales below this area, coming down towards like this area, and that's my range. Because even if price were to come down to this area, the daily is still bullish. Daily is not breaking this low yet. Until we actually break this low, you can't say we're gonna be. You can say we're bullish until we actually break that low. But yeah, like you could take short term sells in bullish trends as long as you understand the trends of experience. You gotta think to yourself, what would happen if price were to come down and break below this area? Where would it go to? How would that look after on a day time frame? How would a forward look? How would a 1 hour look after? You know, you gotta ask yourself those questions. Because you can take sells on a smaller trend and then you think about the 1 hour, the 1 hour is still bullish, you know what I mean? So, because like, let's say for example, you took sells in this area, you took sells on this kind of break coming down towards the support. You took sells here, right? But the daily is still bullish, the weekly is still bullish, the 4 hour is still bullish, but these were valid sells coming back in the range here, right? Because it just made sense at that time. So, appreciate that. You know where is, man. No worries, M series. Alright, cool. Okay, so we have like the 15 minute here that closed bearish here. So if you're looking for buys, heavily wait for this bullish channel here, this current 15 to close above this area. Then you can look for buys going up. I think those would be valid buys to retest the high. Very valid. But you could
Yep.
expect that as you wait for it. But probably we're gonna get a move at 8 a.m. most likely, because it's currently 7:30 here. So this is the 7:30 candle. The next candle, like depending on how we close here, the next candle may, if it does, it may close below this range, right? That's like the 7:45 candle. I mean, no, that's the 8 a.m. candle. So, hold on, let's say this candle this here closes at 7:45, and the 8 a.m. candle closes here. You can look for buys at the 8 a.m. candle with that NY session opening up as well, right? You can get that volume coming in at 8 a.m. Because the volume, what we had here was just like, I guess you could say news volume from like pre-NY, but like when New York volume opens up, you can expect a continuation of the trend, most likely, if you do close above this area. So, yeah, you can look for buys above the area, ideally. I can't type.
Slow down.
I can't type. Too much Warzone. My fingers are just too fast for it.
That's what you did all weekend?
No. I'm saying in general. We're gonna have a Controller FX Warzone party going on one day. So in the future. Hey, anybody played that new Cold War?
Shit,
It's not bad, it's just the movement is so off. Just the way I move in my other game compared to the way I move in that game, it just throws me off.
Then, bruh, what's up with Simons?
Cause like if
PS5 users didn't get the 120 FPS.
yeah, PS5 has 120 FPS on my yeah, pretty much like you can say, I guess, CP range now to some extent. Like your FOV is still 180, but the FPS is a bit higher. So I mean, my PC gets around like on Warzone around like 120, 130 FPS. So you're getting that range. So not bad. It went from 60 to 120. That's not bad. I mean, the PS6 will be like 240 FPS. That's crazy though.
120 FPS is still.
It's gonna be a double next year. I mean, not next year. In like 10 years when the PS6 comes out. When the PS6 comes out, I'll be like 28 to be honest.
I don't even like console gaming anymore.
0.8 on FIFA 21, damn. Oh yeah, you're from Europe, so.
Oh, they got a free Warzone to play on PC.
Yeah, it's always free.
I might just do that after the stream.
Nah,
Test
man.
it out.
You could be playing with Uncle Ted there.
So shoot. I mean, I upgraded my memory, so but I don't have a video card.
So what does this button do again?
Don't play me like that. I used to play Call of Duty.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I used to play in that. I had to let it go because I would come home from work and literally sit there from like 6:30 in the evening till midnight playing Call of Duty, and I was like, "This
raging to kids in there. No keyboard warriors on there. Oh man.
No. I used to just play like on PC by myself.
Imagine Samurai with the mic. He'd be like, "You." He's just swearing, cussing on the microphone.
You'd never see that.
All right, man. One day I'm gonna hear you.
At a bunch of kids.
A bunch of 8-year-old kids.
Nah, that's not me.
There's a bunch of 8-year-old kids saying like your mom jokes and stuff on there. I'm just like, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I was playing last week and like some kid was like 8 years old on there, like 7. He's like, just swearing, cussing. I'm like, yo, where did you learn this? When I was 8 years old, I was not like that. Ooh. Let me mark this up again. Gold here. Ooh, looks like we're gonna push back up in the range here. Push back up in the range. So, if you guys take a look at this, gold here kind of creates some type of, I guess you can say, go back on the 15 here. If you guys take a look at this, if you take a look left here, what we're currently doing is we're currently breaking back up in the range here, in this area, right? As gold here, we came down obviously. Now price is actually breaking up in this area. Something if you entered bias here from like 187 as price was to break back up in the range here, going up towards like 1882 here, I think those are very bad buys. I think more bad buys even is if we break 1880. Above 1880, you can take buys going up to maybe even like 1886, like a 6-pip range going up here, right? That's just because like what price did here was like pretty much just came down here, made a support. So technically, we're still bearish, right? But as counts are closing bullish now, bullish here, is especially closing bullish back in the range here, aka breaking a resistance. High chance it's gonna continue up towards the next resistance. So I think buys in this area, we're very clean for gold here. If you look for more buys, I'll wait for buys above here to go up towards this area. But yeah, that's how you kind of really counter trend on a small time frames for a short period of time, depending on the situation. Because one thing is the higher time frame leads you to a small time frame, and the small time frame leads to the higher time frame. It'd be confusing, but once you understand that concept, what caused gold dropped? Gold, US 30, GJ, like all pairs pretty much dropped because the news, COVID news, I mean not COVID news, the vaccine news that we had for COVID-19 came out at around 6:52. I think last Monday it came out around the same time as well, at 6:50. I'm pretty sure. Let me check actually. Last Monday, that was, last Monday, let's see, what day was last Monday? Last Monday was the 9th. Okay, so the 9th. Here you go. 6:47, around the same time. Yeah, 6:47. That was last Monday. That's when we had the vaccine news as well. So it came around at the exact same time. This like pretty much like 5 minutes later today from last week. So that's pretty key. If you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you leave a like button and subscribe if you guys are new for more live streams every morning and post and turn on those notifications so you guys are not late. Okay, we have 4 minutes left in this candle. If this candle fails to close above, then most likely we'll get a move at 8 AM. Most likely. Because then you need the next candle, the 7:45 candle to 8 AM candle, which is the next 15 to really close above, right? And we need that to close above to take buys here. So this will be the 8 AM candle here. Go up. Can you look at gold? I just broke down gold, man. Go back like 5 minutes or like 2 minutes on gold. I literally just broke it down. For everyone, trading EJ setup is coming up nicely. I'm not trading, it's just an analysis. Coming in at number 6 with the charts, you have Carl. What do you have here? High being created here on your JPY resistance confirmed with a bearish candle. So sells below there, yeah. It can close near resistance, no interest until it's broken. Yep, I think you look for buys like above this area here. Above this area. Oh, like that. Above this area. Right? And then you look for sells like below this area.
Ooh.
That would be ideal. Support confirmed bear bullish candle. If candle closes bullish, I've added buy entry to yeah, you can look for entries here to retest the highs as well if you're looking for buys. If you're anticipating that. Other than that, I think if we're just waiting for a range to break out here, you look for buys above here and sells below here. I think this is a very clean setup you have here on EJ. And something lovely could be coming towards your way here. I'm filling the gap of not enough charts being sent. People are just lazy, you know. Some people are just watching from their phone right now. They're not even like on their laptop. They're just in bed watching.
Oh
Like,
shoot.
when is this guy gonna sit by herself here? You know.
Waiting.
When is he gonna sit by herself, man? Like, this guy
Hey,
talks
and
so
you know
much.
what,
He breaks
Don?
down. He never sits by herself.
That's so true because, like, we'll get a big move, and you might call a big move, and then you'll see the view count just drop.
This guy in. Put this guy in sit by herself here, man. This guy sucks. You know. Patience, guys. Patience. Hey, that person that drawdown from earlier might be hanging on here. He might still be hanging on here, you know. Could
That
be
boy hanging on for dear life right now.
that guy on the last head of Hangman right now.
Oh, shoot.
It's on his last letter, bro.
Last letter, yeah.
But yeah, bro.
USD CAD is dropping like a rock.
Like a rock.
Bro, Canadians are aggressive, bro. You better be careful. Feels like they don't need us no more.
No, there's dollar weakness.
Man, I had a lit weekend, bro. No lie.
They about to shut down indoor dining again out here.
Damn.
Yeah. I think they already shut it down in Canada, like a
Really?
month ago.
Hmm.
Oh, dang.
You guys are doing good in the numbers with the COVID.
It's gonna yeah.
Compared to us,
Apparently,
everybody's doing better than us.
how many cases you guys get in your city?
I don't even know.
Like,
I
we
haven't
got
looked it
like I
up.
think on Friday we had like 1.5 cases
Damn.
and like 18 deaths.
That's like low.
Not that bad.
But we're getting like 3, 4, 5, and then all of a sudden one day you got like 18. Gonna start lockdown? Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're apparently said by December we're gonna get 6K cases a day. 6.5 they're predicting. That's a lot of cases. That's a lot of bodies, man.
COVID.
Hey, remember back in March when there was like a 1.10 cases? Oh man.
Yeah, no testing.
It's like 10 cases, you know? Damn. So you guys can see how it kind of makes sense now. Take a look at GG here. This is the 45 candle, and this is the next 8 AM candle that we're currently having. So if this candle closes above, that'll lead to the 8 AM candle that will open up, and then we can expect price to continue up. But this candle must close above 138.437 here for price to drive up. Once you get that, buys are gonna be lovely to drive up, man. Lovely. So wait for that.
What chart you looking at, the 15 or 30?
Hmm?
You looking at the 15 or the 30?
I'm looking at the 1.5 time frame. That 15-minute time frame. Hey, who's
Okay.
watching soccer?
What?
I heard something in the background.
I'm sorry, that was my
Oh.
city block. They were moving a vehicle.
Oh damn, New York City. And then bridge low, would you go for a sell? I think sells here would be no. I'm looking for sells like below like 137.978 here. Low here, coming down towards this area. Those would be my sells for a day. I'm not really looking for sells in this area. I mean,
Tomorrow?
maybe like later on. Let's see. Let's really see how we close there. It's gonna be kind of key. How we close at 8 AM.
Dang.
In my county, I got 28,307 total cases
28,000
in my county. Yeah.
today?
But no, this total.
Oh shit! I was gonna say, man, that's a lot of cases today.
But for the state, we got 1.04 million.
Damn.
well,
Oh,
Texas-
salary play here.
Texas was the first state to go over 1 million cases by itself. Well, they're having a real bad situation in
Hey, hold on,
Paso,
pause.
Texas.
Pause. You have the seller replay here setting up on GJ here on the 15-minute time frame. Price highly chance could continue down here. It broke below this because for us to go up, we couldn't break this low here. We really had to respect that low. But now that price is breaking this low, high chance we're going to drive down here.
So you wait till the close of the candle?
No,
on the 15?
seller play. You know what the seller play is. It's off. It's usually sell stops and buy stops. There's no.
Not fast. It's fast.
There's no closure. Yeah, it's fast. It's usually like, oh, happy probably get filled in the next 20 seconds. You don't wait for a close.
Ran out of bullets, so
Oh, you ran out of
I'm just
bullets
gonna-
today? You took two bullets today already? Trades?
took in three total. Not from last night or from Asian to now. Yeah, the goal was my last one. Out of bullets.
Oh, guys. There it goes. Driving down here. Wow. Usually starter play stops are pretty tight too.
So you're looking good.
That's celery. Celery play.
Wickfield too.
People are like, what the hell is a celery play? I wonder if people just Google it. Google that. You know?
What is someone play? Forex.
Organic.
Yeah, I had a position here on the starter play. About 9 pip stop for me, and then about around 14 pip target here for me.
I actually
This is my
entered
trade.
at 254.
Nice. Oh, nice.
Anytime you're in a trade with Don, you feel pretty good about it.
Did you really enter another trader?
For me, no, not me.
Oh.
No, I'm just saying. Anytime Don says I'm in a trade and you're in it too, you feel pretty good about it. Probably the most patient people I've ever met.
Most patient person you ever met?
No, like in trading.
Oh.
Yeah. Your entries are like solid. Like they gotta pass like.
They gotta pass
You gotta pass the biggest checklist ever.
They gotta pass
Yeah.
the SWOT test.
Yeah,
Oh,
Because
man.
they gotta be COVID free, you know?
Yeah, you gotta put the little temperature gun on them.
Yeah,
You gotta do
they gotta
check
pass
thing.
all those tests.
14-day quarantine.
14-day quarantine, 14-day trial. That's how my trades go. You pass those.
He
Bryce,
actually doesn't wait for aces. He waits for 2 red aces. They gotta be
Oh,
both
yeah.
red.
No,
Oh,
And then-
I wait for the 777, man.
Shit.
If it's a black and red ace, I'm thinking about it. They gotta be both. They gotta be both.
I don't
red.
get it because I don't even play, but
Bryce,
get
that was
like
me.
that.
I
I
was
have no idea.
when I used to play, I was tight as the tick, man.
My Reddit plays is pretty good. And like he be explaining it, like how poker is. I'm like, I don't understand one thing you're saying, my bro.
Well, Bryce, it's
Huh.
funny because like that was me. I would sit there for hours and just throw away hands, and then I would just get a big hand, and then I'd get aces. And if the flop didn't look right, I'd muck them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
One time I had aces high. I mean, I had a a flush with ace high,
Oh,
ace high flush, and I mucked the hand
oh,
because it was
dang.
I don't know what it was, but if you ever read Malcolm Gladwell's book Blink, something said that he had a straight flush, and I mucked the ace high flush, and I turned the cards over, and everybody went crazy. He turned his hand over. He had a straight flush.
Oh, nice. No, Don, like when you play like aces are like the best hands you could have in your hand before like any action happens.
Mhm.
So you can have a black, you know, like because there's a spade and there's like two. Basically, there's like two suits that are black and two suits that are red. Like hearts and diamonds are red, and then
Yeah.
clubs. And so when I make fun of you saying you want to wait for two red aces, that means like aces are great, but if it's two black ones or black or red, you're still thinking about it. It's gotta be exactly two red aces for you to enter the trade. So I'm just teasing, like saying that you're super careful. Like even if it's like a red and black ace, you're like thinking about
That's
it.
not good enough.
I
Yeah,
went for all the
it's not
aces.
It's not
All
good.
four in my hand.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Don seems like a suited connected type player.
He seems like what's that one dude that beat UK? What got banned? What's his name? Poker player.
I'm glad Don's like that because they just it just helps like knowing how entries should be. Like
Does the sell stop for this bearish salary play get activated once price goes below the close of the previous 15? Candle or the bond wick? Once it actually the bond wick, the wick. So salary play once it breaks below the sell stops there or market execution right there. And usually sell stops will be better because usually with the salary play price moves really quick once it actually breaks that low in this situation. So ideally, I mean you've seen in the past that ideally it just happens pretty quick. So ideally sell stops would be more valid than just executions. But you can market it as well. But yeah, that's usually what happens. Hey guys, I just want to talk about the stop loss here for GJ, and like or even this play in general. Because the 15 here, what I did here was a close bullish creating support, right? So as we're actually breaking the lows here, high chance we're going to continue down below the range here. Very high chance because we're breaking below that structure, we're breaking below support here. So you can expect that to push down here. Another thing is that the 30-minute time from here actually closed bearish here below this support. So high chance on this candle as it flipped bearish, we'll continue down towards this next support here. And looks like we're driving down here.
Phil Ivey.
So, yeah, my stop loss here was the current candle of this replay. So, yeah. Ooh, 7 pips in profit. Can we get a risk-free trade in the building? Risk-free trade here and let it run risk-free. There you guys have it. 130. Moving stops to break even, risk-free trade, and bada boom, bada bing. If you guys take the position here, it should be roughly about to be 10% profit. The very first time.
Don, I got 137,980 as my support area. Is that about right?
Hold on.
137,980 on the 15-minute chart.
890?
So the mirror
980.
candle, right? The mirror candle.
What's wrong with 980?
I'm saying I got that as support. Is that too low or too high?
Hold on, give me a second. I'm kind of doing something. Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So 980. I mean, no, it's not. I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly where I put it. It can be wherever you find it logical.
No, I'm just saying that that's why I had it marked off earlier from that long candle when we opened on the.
Oh no, like I mean, you can put it there. You can expect price to continue down there in the alley, but I'm just using this minor support here as my level here. This level right here, out from like Asian session yesterday to like pre-London this morning, as my yeah. If you guys have positions, came down pretty much 10 pips here, and could close there, for 11 pips there. Congrats to all that caught it. GBP. Oops. Nice. This trade was taken out what time? Let me check.
7:47.
7:46. Yeah, 47. So now what you need for Juju here is you kind of really need this counter here to really close below the support. It looks like it's unclosed anyways, right? But if we actually close below 138, 108, then high chance we're continue down towards the support here, like 137, 707, 108 here. So, I mean, let's see what happens, right? But usually the side replay, whenever you have a side replay, here's the number one tip. If this counter here that you're answering off of does not close in the way you want it to, does not close bearish, let's say you answer sells here, it does not close bearish and close bullish above its support here, then just exit the trade because it wouldn't make sense anymore, right? Technically, whenever you have a side replay, it's usually a quick move coming down. You could expect that counter to kind of come down to tap your target, like pretty much ASAP. But if this counter starts to like close bullish at creating a support, then it's gonna be invalid, and therefore you can close the position. That's something for the side replay whenever you guys are in it. Close fold. Thanks, Don. Congrats, man. Congratulations. I'm about to tap the TP here, approaching our target here. Can we get a TP smacked? Close fold. Bada boom, bada bing. Your tree still running? Yep. I just closed fold both my positions just now. Congrats, guys. TP has been smacked here. Pretty much. Close out here. And boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Good job. Good job. Look at that perfect example. No FOMO. He waited till
Yep.
everything is set up again. Waited for red aces.
You took my red aces. And damn, man. You hyped me up.
Trade, stress-free trade.
Yup, risk-free trade. I ran like 7 pips, managed it, target smacked. Look at that. No type of FOMO whatsoever, guys. It's just patience. That's all that was. We saw the move earlier, didn't have FOMO. Wait for a move after, you know. Understand volume, wait for a New York session, and boom. It was just, you know, that's what you gotta do. You gotta repeat that. So if you guys been on the stream since like 6:30, you guys wait an hour and a half for a trade here. Congrats on yourself. You guys were patient enough to wait for a position. You guys not have FOMO, and boom. But if you did have FOMO earlier and you enter positions for buys in this area or this area, you're in a tough situation, my friend. But I hope you closed out. Whoever entered that position over there, I really hope you closed out.
Nah, he's dead.
Goddamn, goddamn.
I really hope you closed out. Anybody else get in with me or no?
Yeah, I got in with that trade. I closed it out at
Nice.
17. So I got like 8 pips off and 9 pips off, and it closed out at 16.94. I mean 16.9.
If you guys take this position, I'll appreciate likes, man. Support, drop a like even if you didn't take it. If you understand the analysis, you understood the breakdown, understand the patience level for this trade to happen, leave a like for that. Subscribe if you guys haven't yet, man, and go share the channel. It's a free channel, guys. It's a free channel. We do this every morning. We just provide the same value, same knowledge, regardless of how many viewers we get. We have 400 viewers one day. We're gonna have 10,000 viewers one day. I'm still gonna provide the same value every day. You know, same old me every day. You know. So I appreciate all the love and support that we could possibly get. That's a nice ab lib.
Worse.
What the?
That was feature. I didn't know that was feature. Boom. Okay.
Now on the 15th,
Yeah. That's the
on the
question.
15th, if it comes back up to, if it flips past the previous red candle on the 15th, is that a celery play?
No. Oh, if this one breaks the high?
Yeah.
Technically, yes, but I wouldn't consider it as one. I wouldn't. It's not an enterable one for me.
Okay.
It's not bad for me. It's not. It's not two red aces, you know.
Bryce, you see what you did?
Pocket jacks, man. No good.
He learns quickly.
Yeah.
I took 2 positions on that trade, guys. I took a 5 lot position, and then I took a 20 lot position. I took a 3 lot position, so in total 8 lot.
A 20.
No, I took a 5 and a 3.
Ah. You could tell us if you over leveraged that trade.
Nah. Yeah, I took a 20.
He used to make that a couple weeks last year at your job before he quit. Took you an hour and a half.
Da-na-na-na. So if you guys ask me if I'm looking for more positions, yes I am. I am looking for more positions actually, but later on, not yet. When price sets up the way I want it to set up, I will look for another position on GJ. Okay, so be patient and don't leave just yet. I know some of you guys come here just for pips. I know you guys come here just to wait for me to say buy or sell, right? But be patient. Wait for another setup.
No wick on the 30.
I kind of got used to the schedule. My sleep schedule is all messed up now because it's like like getting up at 3 in the morning.
What time is it now, Bryce?
Yeah, it's like 5 a.m. for you right now, right?
It's 5 a.m.
Yeah, it's 5 a.m. now, but my sleep schedule is like all messed up. I'll be sleeping in the day. I'll get up. I'll get up.
Dedication.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That green medication. You feel me? Shut.
Actually, the stream's like the only time I haven't really, like, ever since that COVID, I don't really talk to nobody that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really, I don't get to talk to people much anymore
Yeah.
these days.
Same.
Just,
I gotta go look online and see my governor in New Jersey. He was asked the question, what do you say to people who are tired of wearing a mask around
yeah, I
their
saw
mouth
that.
and nose? And he said, which is worse, being dead?
Oh dang.
yeah.
I like him. He's pretty real.
I don't
Governor
mind
Murphy.
wearing, yeah, it doesn't bother me anymore. Like,
It does. For me, it still does. I can't breathe properly. Like, I just have a.
Yeah.
Maybe the mask. I don't know.
Yeah, the
No,
mask.
they are
Mine
hard
causes
to
me to
breathe.
cough. Yeah, I start coughing
I
sometimes
don't
when people on the
cough.
train start looking at me.
And yesterday I was in a store and this lady, I was like standing in front of her and she squats down to the floor and I like knew exactly what she's about to do, right? And she sneezed, I jumped back so damn fast.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was like, I knew she was
oh,
about to sneeze.
oh, shoot.
I stepped back like 2 feet and then like I just
She looked at you with like you were crazy.
no, I was just
Dog,
like,
really? Look at that.
funny, man.
She's like, come on, really? You gotta do it like that.
I appreciate she like stooped down to the ground though, you know. She like
Nah,
stooped.
some
she,
people
like,
be
stooped down
rude
to the
in like the
ground.
supermarkets and just like doesn't cover anything. I'm like, dog, really?
Yeah, I know there's people like that.
Yeah, I hate people like that. Bro, just cover
Go to
up.
the supermarket in my neighborhood, and you wait to go through the line, and there's always one person that's like got their cart literally on my ass, and I'm like, I turn around and look, and I look at the cart, and I look at them, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, and they back up.
Bruh, I don't know. That's rude. I just don't like rude people. in general.
Yeah.
You'll be
Right.
back as a minute. Just keep talking.
Yeah. But yeah, yo, I went to car meet this weekend. Holy, I went crazy, man.
You did what?
I went crazy. I did
You went
burnout.
where?
I did a car meets.
What's that?
A car meet, like,
Oh, car meet.
yeah.
Gee, we're in a pandemic and you're going to a car meet?
I
Really?
mean, hey
Good.
man, I'm young, supposed to have some fun, man. Then
Man, you need
I
to-
did burnouts in front of a crowd for the first time. I never felt so much adrenaline in my whole life. Oh,
Jimmy,
I almost got
Jimmy,
booked though.
Jimmy.
I almost got booked though, because yo, this officer tried to chat me in. I swerved around him. I'm like, I'm out of here, bro. And then my friend let me borrow his car to swing in front of the crowd for first time, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't handle that car. I was like, you know what? Might as well. The adrenaline already in my body. And like, yeah. Post it on Instagram.
Nice.
Yeah. I swear, man.
You posted to your personal?
Yeah, my personal Instagram. Freaking big truck, man. Big body. Hello, officers that's watching. I did not go to that car meet, okay? It's fine. Yeah, man. It's been like a few months, and then I haven't went to one, so I was like, why not go to one? Was that Sam?
Yo,
What's up? I went
your
crazy.
friend
Right?
must be up to this, like, let you do that, no?
Yeah, bro. He was in the passenger seat. He was like, bro, you might as well just do it.
Bro, I would not let somebody fucking do that with my car.
It was open space. It was open space, so he was like, you know what? Just do it, bro. Even though it's a crowd
Jeez.
too. Yeah. Cause, bro, a good thing I let the
Oh, you
crowd know I was
snapped?
finna swing. Yeah, I snapped for my
It's
first
actually
time
fire.
ever. Yeah, bro. People was like, bro, this is Asian? I'm like, yeah, I'm Asian, man.
This man Asian?
It was like, no, bro. It's like, no, bro. How you know how to do that for the first time? I'm like, I don't know, bro. It just happened.
It's natural, bro.
like,
What are you talking
Tokyo, that was like, they called me that dude from Tokyo Drift. I'm like, come on, dog, really? I'm like, no,
Well, I say
man.
it was like all trucks, or is it a truck meet, or
No. It was
or-
just a car meet, like any type of car.
Oh.
And then my
Okay.
friend, he had a SRT Dodge
Brand new
Durango.
SRT.
Yeah,
Oh.
SRT
Yeah.
Dodge Durango. Bruh, no lie, I was scared for my life when I was finna hit all those people. I'm like, yo, that's a lot of bodies I'm finna hit. But then, like, I
Yeah.
swear, right, just in time, bruh. I was like,
Dang,
oh,
son.
man. That was lit, though.
What up,
Yeah.
Sam?
What up,
What you late to the stream, my friend?
Donald Duck?
What you late to the stream, bro? Tell me why.
Guess what?
Why? You slept late or what?
Yeah.
Interesting.
My sleep's been a bit off recently, so